Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I hope you're all well. We are in red. I'm wearing a red jacket because it's a crashy day today. I call it a crashy day because everybody messaging me today saying, what's going to happen tomorrow? Of course, it's all about tomorrow. It's an event, a non-event, all in one tomorrow, and everybody's a little bit fearful. Or are they? Are they? Let's have a look at whether they are fearful or not. We're just a short while away now, less than 24 hours away from hearing from Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole of where we're going to go. So I prepared for you an Nvidia Jackson Hole special. I'm going to start that in just a few moments' time. So I'm going to clear the board there a minute. And we're going to do this in a second. We're going to get ready for an Nvidia Jackson Hole special, Crash to Boom. We'll just wait for everyone to come in. Let me see who's here. We've got Team Fusion. Just celebrated a new membership. Thank you, or at least a celebration of one. What else have we got here? We've got Ernest has just become a member as well. Thank you this morning. Hi everyone, my Mike. Hi Kalansky and Joker. Hello, Joker for life. How you doing? Hi everyone. Shane Hinsman, David G. Is that GVN? Is that a new? David Ewan, but of course it's David GVN. Hello, long-awaited video. Well, we're live. This isn't a video. We're doing this live. Evening, Kazensky. How are you? Hey at Banana Heads, good evening everyone. Hi. Hey Mike, how you doing? When is Powell's speech? Tomorrow morning, live on the show. We'll be covering it. Vaz, okay Mike. Crash, tomorrow at what time is the speech? It's on our upcoming live streams. You can see it. Let me share all the positions here. Here is, if you go to the homepage, you can see exactly where everything is on the channel. Here we go. If we go down here. Oh, hello a minute. Oh, this is just driving me up the wall. I'm so disappointed with these upgrades that have recently happened. Nothing works properly like it used to. Dear oh dear. I'm going to try and make this work. No, I can't get down to there. I apologize for this. Recently, I've been struggling with everything working. Let me free up some more RAM. Let me just see if I can do that now. I'll show you on the homepage of the channel, upcoming live stream Jackson Hole. You can see it right there. Just look on the homepage of the channel where you are, and it will show you all the upcoming shows. I've got a special Nvidia coming up in a second. Just trying to free up some RAM. I don't know what's going on. Since we have had upgrades, my computer just does not perform the way it used to. It's bloody an absolute nightmare. Just please bear with me. I can't change my scenes again at the moment. Every day I'm restarting. It's an absolute pain in the arse. Do apologise. I'm trying to share a screen and it won't let me share anything. Okay, I've got that one there. What about the trading screen? No, that's not there. Let me bring this back up again. Sorry about this, folks. Nothing I can do at the moment, I'm afraid. I might, if Chrome continues like this, I'm going to switch browser and try something else. But over the last few weeks, it's been a nightmare. I wonder if I can restart. That would be a shame. I don't want to do that, really. I've just laid out all my... Just laid everything out. Damn it, this is annoying. I've just set up my show for you to be able to present some stuff. And nothing's working. Trying to think what I can do. Let me close a few windows down. Let me see if that works. It might not, but I'll try. Just bear with me. I'm going to try and shut down a few things. I don't need any of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm going to try and shut a few windows down. Don't need that. Okay, I want that. Okay. So I've just shut down 50 bloody windows. Let's see if I can shut any of these down as well. Don't really need that. Okay, let's just shut down nearly all of these, and we'll see what happens. It'd be interesting to see what happens if I shut down all these windows. Just the last couple of weeks has been an absolute pain in the arse. I've got the highest spec everything, highest spec computers, backup power, you name it. So it's nothing I've done. Okay. Well, I've shut down every single window other than what I need. Let me see. Look at this. Look, see, it's a graphics. It's a graphic situation. In fact, that's a Google situation. You see that? Look, because that there is the Google screen, and it's doing that. It's a Google situation. Let's shut down this. Bloody hell! There'll be nothing left open in a minute. Let me quit that. Okay. Oh, there you go. It's come back up the moment I quit that. That's interesting. I wonder if it could be to do with that. Okay. That was interesting. The moment I closed down that. Now let's change that camera. That's interesting. Because that is a graphic card. Okay. Let me change to camera 2. Let me do that. There we go. Camera 2. Okay, we'll do that because that's one thing I have done recently. So you never know. That might be the reason. It's always good to test these things out. Right. Okay, I think I've got everything I need now. I've basically shut the whole system down now. Nothing left. Don't need that. Right. Okay. I've put together a special video I want to put out today. So hopefully I've got everything I need to do it with now. Okay, I got the peg ratio. Yeah. Okay, are we good? Have we got everything fixed? Let's see if we can bring back the overlays again. Ah, yeah. That's better. Let's check the RAM. I might have just discovered what it was. You never know. Google now has dropped. Yeah, that's a huge drop. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your understanding. Appreciate that. How many people are still with me? Did anybody switch off? Oh, bloody hell. Everybody's still with me. Could you all tap the like button because I'm going to make a special Nvidia video now for the morning. If you could. Right. Let's do it. So let's make a start. I need this down here. Open one window back up again. And there we go. Let me add that up to there. Right. Okay. First live stream, opinions on Wolf, Sidus, MNTS, says Lucius Dane. First live stream. I can cover all those stocks. It's a member's perk, though. I have to. Oh yeah, have you posted that several times? Yeah, it does look like you have, doesn't it? Wow, look at all these new people come in. Okay, that's very strange. Right, let's make a start. Sorry about all that. Let's do it. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. As we prepare for Jackson Hole in the morning, the markets are selling off. People have been messaging me all day through my X, through my Instagram, saying what's happening. Markets are all selling off. Are we in trouble for tomorrow? So this is an Nvidia and Jackson Hole special because we're just a few hours away from a very important non-event. Technically, it's a very important event, but it's also a non-event. So what's going on? Why are the markets going down? Well, in this special video, I'm going to cover quite a bit of information for you. I'm going to cover the information we might get on the Fed Jackson Hole tomorrow, live on the show. We're also going to talk about the S&P 500, the liquidity, the index of it. We're also going to feature Nvidia and look very closely at this here, the peg forward. It's very, very important. We're also going to look at how tech is being dragged down but just before Jackson Hole. Very comprehensive video. Look at the buy rating of the S&P. All of that we're going to cover. What is Jackson Hole in the morning? We're going to cover that as well. And look at the fear index, which is neutral. Okay, so without further ado, let's make a start on it. Here's Nvidia going down today. Everything's selling off. Thank you, Jojo S.
Jojo_S has become a member. You are the epitome of what's good on YouTube. Love you, gesture.
Thank you very much indeed. That's much appreciated. So let's start. Tomorrow morning, we have at 9 a.m. in the morning, we have Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole is when we listen to Jerome Powell speak ahead normally of the FOMC report. The FOMC report comes up in September when we'll get rate decisions. I anticipate a rate cut, 100%, no doubt about it. I've said for the longest time a rate cut will come in the summer of 2024. So for 18 months now, I've predicted this event. I've never changed or wavered. That happens in the morning. Now tomorrow, what we're going to get is Fed Jerome Powell hopefully not, make an announcement about rate cuts. We do not want an emergency rate cut. An emergency rate cut of 0.5%, even though, and we'll talk about this in a minute, Jerome Powell and the Fed are using backward-looking indicators. They're data-dependent. They need to stop being data-dependent, more forward-thinking, but that's just their way. They've achieved their goal. They should be celebrated. However, they are using backward-looking indicators. Tomorrow, if we get at 9 a.m. Central, we'll cover it live on our show. You can see it there. You can see we'll be early, normal time in the morning covering this event. If Jerome Powell says we're going to get a 0.5% rate cut, the market will crash within minutes, seconds. Because that means they recognize they're behind the curve. They're not on top of the situation, and it would drive the markets down because people would fear there's something worse, something they've missed. Even if they don't believe it, they know everybody else will believe it, and it's like a bunch of lemmings running over a cliff. Everybody will sell off, which means everybody else will sell off because everybody else is thinking, well, I might as well sell off as well then. No point sitting around having your money go down. However, I won't do that. I will sit, wait, and buy some more as we go lower than we are now. If that happens, if he announces a 0.5% rate cut, that's why we're going to cover it live. I don't think for a moment there's a slight chance in hell we will get any rate decisions tomorrow. We will get the rate decisions on the FOMC report. I think it's September the 15th. We'll cover it live on the show. and it will more than likely be 0.25%. It could well be 0.5%. I'm sort of split between the two. I think now, as we move forward and economic data more and more comes in, I think I'd prefer 0.25%. That would suit me better. But I think that's more likely anyway. But tomorrow morning, it's all about sentiment. It's not about rate cuts. It's about a dovish call from Jerome Powell. We need him to say the economy is okay. We're not going into recession. It's a soft landing. Everything is fine. Employment is under control. Inflation is under control. Everything else like that. He'll talk about macro conditions and data, and we'll research the new figures as they come in. He always does. But hopefully that'll be it. It'll be a non-event. And a non-event will be a big event. It means everything is normal, and we're going to get a great result in September. However, we need to look at the broader market. Why is everything selling off today? It's repositioning. What we've got today is repositioning. If we just look over the last 3 months, we can see on my position, remember I'm only in the S&P, I'm up 7%, 6.94. Remember though, I'm fully in with margin, so I double. If we're up 3%, I'm up 6%. If we're up 10%, I'm up 10%. If we're down 10%, I'm down 20%. Remember that. So, did I get that right? Each way, I'm double whatever it is, up or down. So it's been quite good, right? Even without margin, we've done pretty well. We had that carry trade, that sell-off, and of course, we're heading now back to new all-time highs with the S&P. We are trimming off today. That was completely expected. Now, a lot of this has everything. To do with Nvidia, and we're going to come on to that now. Why that's important. All right. So if you've just tuned in, we are making this video during a live show. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you wouldn't mind, tap the like button. That would be absolutely fantastic. Right. Let's have a look at, first of all, a better explanation of Jackson Hole, and then we'll come on to Nvidia and all the other information. So let me just see who's with me. We've got a lot of people tuned in this afternoon for the making of this video. This will go out later because not everyone sees it at the same time. Okay, so let's look at this. This is the economic information for the morning. The Federal Reserve maintained the federal funds rate at a 23 high. Remember that. History, this is a 23 high of 5.25 to 5.5 for the 8th consecutive meeting in July 24. It's important to understand that because the effects that raising rates has is lagging. It takes a long time for it to be felt. And even though rates could come down in September, and they will come down by 0.25%, it'll still be restrictive for another year or two on businesses. So 0.5% isn't going to make a big difference if you're a business with a lot of debt and your customers and so on and so forth. But it's moving in the right direction, all right? In line with expectations. Policymakers noted that there has been some further progress towards the 2% inflation. Now, we are actually below 2% inflation. Again, we're looking backwards rather than forwards. Other parts of the world already realize that. Inflation goal, although it remains somewhat elevated, also recent indicators suggest that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. Job gains have moderated and the unemployment rate has moved up but remains low. Remember, it's not the intention of the Fed to put everybody out of work, but if you cool the economy, employers don't have to pay as much. There are more jobs come available. The economy slows down. It brings the prices down. Inflation comes down. Wages come down because there's more people available to work. That's how it works. But it's not an intention of the Fed to try to get everybody to be unemployed. The central bank judges that the risk of achieving its employment and inflation goals continue to move into better balance. Still, the Fed does not expect it will be appropriate to reduce rates until it has gained greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably towards 2%. Again, I repeat, we are below 2%. During the regular press conference, Chair Powell said in September, a September cut would be on the table if inflation moves down in line with expectations, and that he could imagine scenarios in which the Fed could cut rates several times this year or not at all. So what does that tell you? Well, at the end of the day, the Fed are not in the business of telling you what they're going to do. They don't want the economy to spiral in one way or another. If he tells you exactly what he's going to do, people can overbuy, oversell, send the economy in either direction at an alarming pace. And we don't want that. We want stability from the Fed. So that's what that's all about. Now then, if we look at the greed index, and this is very, very important. A few days ago, after we had the carry trade, which is still slowly unwinding, but if it unwinds steadily, which we believe it is, it'll be under control, won't pose a further issue. We've already had the drop. We're not going to get it again. I don't see that happening. We've gone from extreme fear back into neutral. Nice place to be. People often talk about sell in extreme greed, buy in extreme fear. I think that's a load of rubbish. I think that's a load of nonsense. It's a good indication of the market and greed and sentiment. However, I buy whenever the market is sold off, whether it says extreme fear or extreme greed. It's a good indicator. However, I don't place my investment strategy around what this thing here says at all. But right now we are neutral, and that's nice. Even though we've sold off today, we are neutral. This is not a big deal. This is a minor correction, preparing for tomorrow. Basically, people are taking money off the table to drive it down to buy it back tomorrow. Most people are optimistic. The people that I'm talking to when I'm on the phone to CEOs, fund managers, people that I talk to on X all day long when I'm off air, messaging, stuff like that, are all very confident. CEOs are instructing buybacks. This is just an opportunity to sell, to drive it down, to buy it back. Some would call it market manipulation. I don't like to use that word. YouTubers will say it's market manipulation, as if someone's screwing you over. It really isn't. It's just the market doing what the market does, trading, preparing for positions. All right. So anyway, let's move on and talk about Nvidia and the global sentiment of the market and understand a bit more about what's going on. I'm going to show you this indicator, which suggests that the S&P 500 is a good buy. As you can see, it's sitting there right now. This is a guide to the S&P. It's a buy, even at near all-time highs. Despite selling off, we've got a good buy signal here on the S&P. Many that are trying to sell videos on YouTube will tell you we're about to crash because selling good news doesn't sell videos, unfortunately. But that's why I make them live, because I'm not a YouTuber. I do things very, very differently. This is good. Let me now talk about this. We're coming on to Nvidia and why that's so important. Wall Street dragged by tech shares, Jackson Hole in focus. This was just out a few moments ago. If you want to get my all my software, which gives me all this information ahead of time, I have two. I'm going to give it to everybody now during the live show. I've got the best deal that's available from both of these companies. Seeking Alpha, you get a trial for free. You can't get a free trial without me or anyone that gives you a referral. Also, you've got a discount there of $25. That's in the chat. I'll put it below in the video when this video goes out. Also, there's Alpha Spread there, which you'll see all the visuals as well. And you can get a free plan of that or a discount, which is so great. It makes my membership for free because I know the CEO of the company. Anyway, so key points. First of all, weekly jobless claims in line with expectations. There was no big move. Some people got a little bit, and the numbers are a bit violent on the jobs numbers. It's all in line with expectations, but it doesn't sell stories on CNBC and Bloomberg to say it's in line with expectations. Now go out and have a walk around the park. We've got to make it dramatic. The fact of the matter is, it's in line with expectations. Inflation's under control. We're fine. Zoom gains on lifting revenue forecast. Of course, we've seen Zoom. We also looked at Peloton today, reversing its fortunes potentially. Anyway, index is down 0.59, S&P is down, the Nasdaq down. Remember, Nasdaq is weighted towards tech. We're going to come on to that in a moment. US stocks lost ground on Thursday, pulled lower by technology shares as luminaires from global central banks convened at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium. This is tomorrow morning. They're arriving. Okay, all the excitement is building. All three major US indexes extended losses in the afternoon trading, moving opposition to rising benchmark treasury yields after economic data eased recession fears. Weakness is the so-called Magnificent Seven, mega-cap growth stocks weighted heaviest on the tech-laden Nasdaq. Now, let's remember, and that's why I wouldn't be in the Nasdaq. I think that's a bad idea. The S&P is a much better balanced approach. You've still got that heavy tech weight without the all-extreme version of it. Now, if you remember, when we had the carry trade situation, we had everybody dumping in mass the quality stocks to buy the rubbish, the Russell. The Russell popped up, and then it all converted back. That's what traders do. And someone commented today to me, and it was really nice. I've had lots of comments recently, and this is probably my most appreciative comments I'm getting lots of this. People are saying to me, I enjoy your show, blah, 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 but I'm now buying the S&P rather than trading and buying low caps, risky stocks. And I think that was my legacy. If I end up in 50 years and I'm not here anymore, and people and thousands of people have started to buy the S&P, I will know 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, those people that have done that are going to be well off. They will absolutely be well off. And I will feel that this show actually served a purpose like it was intended. More and more people buying the S&P. Remember, that suits most people, even though you like to think you're a trader and you're the best scalper in the world. For most people, the S&P is the way to go. And if I encourage people to buy the S&P rather than low cap stocks, that actually is a wonderful thing. I'd be very happy to think about. I don't think many YouTubers really talk about buying the S&P, really. It's trading and making quick money, which only makes them quick money. Anyway, so that was nice, but a lot of people rotated out of the quality, bought the rubbish, and now back in again. And of course, if you did that, the reality is you probably didn't make any money, because as you rotated back, you've got 20% tax to pay at the end of the year, whether you care about it or not. It will happen because the brokerage will report it to your tax authorities. And now you're buying back a stock that's rising again. Well, if you just stayed where you were and owned the quality, you would never have that issue. So anyway, there really isn't a lot of news either on the macro or company side, said Tom Martin, Senior Portfolio Manager of Globalt Investment in Atlanta. Jobless claims were in line. Existing home sales were in line. It could just be a bit of trading going on. That's exactly what is going on. People doing what they do. Hey, look at that, look. And I didn't read this beforehand. I never prepare this at all. I get the information that I want, and which I know is going to be good, and I just read it live. I haven't got time to prepare, make production videos. I just do it live. But it's great that fund managers and people like that are basically what I just said. So that's kind of, they must watch my show. I'm only joking. Central bank officials from around the world have gathered in Jackson Hole for the annual economic symposium. Investors will be laser focused on Fed Jerome Powell's address on Friday for clues on the timing and extent of the Fed's policy easing cycle. Just want to be absolutely clear, it doesn't really matter what he says tomorrow. Volatility will go up and down and in and out and God knows what else. But at the end of the day, we know what he's going to say. We know it's going to be fine and it's going to be business as usual. And if you just sit back and relax, you're going to be fine. Anyway, let me move on from that and talk about, as we come on to Nvidia and why this is important. Let me just have a quick look. We're making this as a video. 150 people watching. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you ever so much indeed for your support this afternoon. This will be available as its own video later on. Let's have a look at this, and then we'll talk about Nvidia, where Nvidia is going to be in a few days' time. In fact, 6 days' time, live on the show, we'll be talking and covering the earnings. A window on the S&P index liquidity. Again, this is just out. Very, very important. I'm just going to read a little bit about this so you can understand where the economy is and then how tech and Nvidia affects it. Long-term passive investors benefit from an assurance in the value of their investment throughout their investment horizon. Among the tradable indices produced by the S&P Dow Jones Indices, S&P ASX Indices Series has the third largest trading volume after the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Both issuers and users of index-based products may want to consider underlying index liquidity when designing or choosing a product. Someone asked me a couple of days ago, which is best, VU or SPY? So if you're watching right now, I'm going to answer that for you. VU and SPY are exactly the same. There's there's a higher liquidity thank you very much for your subscription. There's more movement in the SPY. It's regarded as the professional version, if you like, of VU. However, the same stocks are in the index. The allocation, which is what's key, is exactly the same. If you go through all 500 companies, which I have, there are 0.00001 difference on the odd stock. It's insignificant. Unless you've got billions of dollars, you'll know no difference. And the VU was designed for retail investors that trade a little bit or hold or whatever. But SPY is designed for more frequent trading. And when I mean frequent trading, I mean millions of shares a day. Doesn't benefit you if you've got $100 or 100,000 or even $1 million. You won't know the difference. But VU has a slightly better cost basis. Its management fee is slightly less because it's cheaper to manage for them. Less work goes into it from the way it operates. So VU is what I use. It's the preferred one for retail investors, but again, makes no difference. If you want to feel like one of the big boys, get SPY. You will see no difference at the end of the day. And if someone says, oh yeah, but they're different price, because the reason for that is their inception date. They were set up at different times, so obviously one's growing ahead of the other one, but they follow each other identical. You could sit them on top of each other and you couldn't see the difference with a magnifying glass. Anyway, let's just read a bit of this and then we're going to come on to the Nvidia part of this story. Over the years, the accumulation of assets and trading volumes across index-linked products such as futures, options, and exchange-traded funds, ETFs, has led to a trading ecosystem associated with major product indices, index arbitrage, and market makers trade different products tracking the same index, keeping their prices sufficiently close to the underlying index. Other market participants use these products interchangeably to obtain or adjust their exposure. All these trading activities support pricing and liquidity, fostering market efficiency and transparency. A robust trading ecosystem benefits frequent traders by allowing them to trade related index-linked products with relatively low cost. That's what we're just talking about, including bid-ask spread and market impact. And in relatively large size, long-term passive investors also benefit from an assurance in the value of their investment throughout their investment horizons. Investors enter the trade at a price close to fair value, monitor the value for their holding in real time, and may have reasonable confidence to exit at a near fair value. I'll just read this one little bit more, and then I'm going to go on to Nvidia. Among the tradable indices produced by S&P Dow Indices, the S&P Index Series has the third largest trading volume after the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Its aggregated trading economic value in 2023 exceeded USD 1.9 trillion. I'm going to leave that there for a minute because that brings me on to a good point. Somebody yesterday, it was quite hilarious. I was going to make a video on it. I just didn't get time. Someone said, you're a pumper and dumper. And we were explaining what a pumper and dumper is. And I'm not a pump and dumper. If you were there, you would have seen what I was saying. But they said, well, you are pumping the S&P. And it was one of the funniest moments ever on our channel, because basically to suggest that I can pump the S&P is suggesting that I can actually pump and dump on the richest people in the world and dump on them. In other words, I'm more powerful than Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, the King of England, and Davy Crockett. I don't know, Genghis Khan, Caesar. I mean, where are we going to end with this, right? Anyway, you can't pump and dump the S&P 500 unless you've got trillions of dollars and trillions of viewers, and somehow you know more than everybody else in the world combined. Was quite a funny moment. But anyway, let's talk about. I've got so much news to share. I just think this video is long enough. So let's talk about Nvidia just for a moment. Now, AI is what everyone's focusing on. Can Nvidia save the S&P tomorrow? Will it be the stock that protects the S&P, or if you buy it individually, or the Nasdaq, or whatever? What if Nvidia tomorrow doesn't? On the 28th, we're going to cover it live. What if it doesn't beat earnings? What if it's just okay? Remember, it's priced for perfection. Or is it? We're going to come on to that now. So let's talk about Nvidia for a moment, and I'm going to show you a couple of things which I think is really important. So let me just bring it up live as I'm doing it now. Nvidia is the number one, everyone knows it, about AI, right? The trouble is, no one knows yet what AI is going to deliver financially. We all know it's potentially the future. You believe it or not, I don't see any doubt. We've never had a period of time when groundbreaking technologies kind of faded out and went away, did we? Betamax was the best video recorder, but it was overseen by VHS, which was worse quality, but it was cheaper to produce, so it took off. CDs were digital, and now downloads have taken over. And guess what? Downloads weren't as good as CDs. The quality is lower. We're actually getting worse quality, but faster. It's all about data and efficiency. That's a little example there. If we look at technology, it's actually got worse, but more efficient, so we like it. It's not actually got better. The build quality, I was just visiting Ford garage today, talking about electrical problems, and the head of Ford Technical came down to speak to me today. It's part of an interview I'm putting together for Ford, and telling me that the wiring in Ford is the worst of any car, of any brand. Technology hasn't learned anything. It's actually just become cheaper and more efficient. It hasn't got better in quality. So the AI is all about efficiency and data. Telling me that the wiring in Ford is the worst of any car, of any brand. Where's my technology hasn't learned anything. It's actually just become cheaper and more efficient. It hasn't got better in quality. So what on earth? Where did that come from? Did you all hear that? That was bizarre. Let me just check my phone. Am I somehow getting... Well, that was strange. I've no idea what that was all about. Anyway, I'll edit it there. Let me just write down there, edit. Whoopsie daisy. Edit at... What's the time? The time is 38 minutes. Okay. Whatever that was all about. It was very strange. Anyway, so let's talk about the value of Nvidia and the value of AI. Most people I've asked here on the show, and the people I talk to online, pretty much unanimously agree that most people, the end user, the customer, me and you, don't want to pay for ChatGPT. We don't want to pay for the data upgrade for on the new iPhone. We couldn't care less. I tried AI when it came out. Don't use any of it. I create all my own videos manually. I design my own images. I write my own text. I write my own emails. I write my own tweets. I don't want it. I don't want it in my life. Of course, it's built in to my computer, I guess, how the system works. But that's the point, how the system works, not me as an end user. So customers aren't going to be lining up just to buy AI products or AI services. I don't think that's where the money is. So let's not look at that. Let's look at where's the money going to come from, because so far no one knows. Everyone's spending. So where's the return going to come from? Well, they're all spending enterprise money. What enterprise money means is Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple are all spending money with Nvidia, those chips. Now, we know that because we've covered all the earnings leading up to Nvidia is the final one on the 28th of August. We're going to cover it live. It's going to be our biggest event ever on the show. So we know that Nvidia are doing and are going to beat earnings. That's no surprise because we've covered all the earnings. We know it. I made a prediction that Nvidia would be $130 straight off the bat, straight away. But on earnings, 140 to 150. It's ultimately going to go to 200. Well, we've touched 130 today, I think it was. We've sold off because that's what happens, and we've explained why it happens and so on and so forth. We know that Nvidia is going to $200. We know its earnings is going to go up. It's going to be a good beat. We know how much money it's going to make from the Blackwell chips. We know about the supply shortages, and we're not concerned about it. We know where the money is going to come from for the future of AI, even though no one's saying it out loud. We know. So is Nvidia going to beat on earnings? Yes. Is it going to $200? Yes. Is the market going to rally? Yes. Is there going to be a 3x on the S&P 500? Yes. Is our interest rates coming down stable, steady? Yes. Is it going to be a recession? No. Is there going to be a 60% crash? No. Is there going to be World War III? No. All of these things I've covered an infinite amount of times. Now then, one question everyone's asking. Yeah, but that's all very well and good. We all believe in Nvidia. A lot of us here are buying Nvidia shares and we like Nvidia. I only own it for the S&P because one, I don't want to be seen to be pumping and dumping, but secondly, I feel it's better value to buy it through the S&P. However, is it too expensive? Should I be buying it now? This is the key question, right? Should I be buying Nvidia now? Well, I'm going to answer that in two ways. There's two ways to look at this. There's a trader and there's an investor. As an investor, I want to own what I can own for 10 years. I want to sleep at night and have no fear and no worries whatsoever and simply achieve my goal. My goal is to get to $1 million live on the show without ever shorting a stock, without trading, without selling anything, without doing options. And that's going to happen within 6 years. I am well on target for that. Everything is going fantastically. Thank you very much. So I don't need to change my strategy and buy the stock individually. I want to own it because 6.7% of it is the S&P. And then everything else at the top, like Amazon and Microsoft and Google, will benefit from it long term because they make money when Nvidia makes money. But is Nvidia too expensive as an individual stock right now? Well, I'm going to answer that. If you look at Seeking Alpha analysts, now remember, some of this stuff I'm going to say is going to surprise those that affiliate with me at Seeking Alpha. I am an analyst and I am an affiliate for Seeking Alpha. When you get one of my, use one of my referrals, I'm going to earn a commission. I've not earned a single penny yet, by the way. And I've no idea how much I'm going to get. I can even show you that. And this is important because it'll explain why I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So if I go on to, I'll do it live. Look, money, Seeking Alpha. Look at this. Probably shouldn't show you this, but I'm going to show you anyway. Come on, load up. I had this open a minute ago. Well, that's bloody annoying. That was open a minute ago. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. You know, the last few days, I've been referring you all to Seeking Alpha. And I'm sure some of you are going, I wonder how much money he gets. I wonder if he's incentivized to say certain things. And look at this. And this is why I'll tell you about the price of Nvidia. 413 clicks. It's got a lot, isn't it? 413 clicks. 413 of you have clicked one of my referrals. How much money have I earned? 0. I've earned nothing. So what I'm saying now, I mean, I may earn something, I've no idea. But right now, I've earned zero, nothing at all. Now, the reason why I say that is because I'm going to tell you now something that might get me in trouble on Seeking Alpha. And I don't care, because it's important that I tell you the truth. Seeking Alpha, as in a lot of analysts, like on Bloomberg, I know I speak to Bloomberg, I speak to CNBC, I speak to hedge funds, I speak to CEOs. You can be an analyst basically just because you've got an online presence. I am an analyst. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trained in any of this stuff. I have experience in it, and I'm doing pretty well doing it. However, I am a Seeking Alpha analyst. So when we see these ratings here of holds and strong buys and holds and all the rest of it, you can't rely on this. This is a guide. It's a bit like a YouTube popularity contest. Everyone's saying buy, let's buy it. What you can go on, and what I go on, is not this. It's the balance sheet. Because anyone can say it's a hold, anyone can say it's a buy and come up with some fancy words and do what I'm doing now, make a fancy video. However, put a red jacket on and some flashy lights, and I'm an analyst. Right? It doesn't mean you are. Right? Okay. So what I'm looking at is this. The only thing that matters to me. The only thing that matters to me. Can anyone guess what it is? Before I tell you what it on that list there, what is it? Does anyone know what the most important thing is that I look for? It's on that list, but it's also here. So I'm going to bring this up as well. Nvidia. And this is why I use this software, and this is provided to me by the CEO. So I've got a really good deal here for you. This is what I look at. Has anyone guessed what number on there I'm looking at? The only number I care about. On my alpha spread, I look at Nvidia's revenue. And what I'm looking at growing revenue with a S-curve. We have an S-curve projection and a massive 31% increase recently. Operating income up 42% with an S-curve. That's what I want to see for an individual stock or one that will affect the S&P dramatically. A net income up 43%. All right. Financing cash flow, that's down. Investing cash flow, that's down. Operating cash flow, 44%. I'll come on to what that number is in a second. But here it is. We're moving more towards it. 77.1 billion assets, 27.9 billion in liabilities, of which long-term debt is 8.5 billion. 8.5 billion. But in cash, we have 31 billion in cash. I am looking for fundamentals, not rah-rah, not it's sexy, it's rock and roll. I'm looking for fundamentals. Looking for growth, I'm looking for cash, I'm looking for balance sheet, and I'm looking for proprietary uniqueness. In other words, no one could come along and be you. No one could come along and be me. No one could be Martyn Lucas on YouTube. It's impossible. Nobody will work as hard as me. No one can be me. No one could be Nvidia. No competition at all at the moment. That might change, but not for the next 10 years. Gross margins, beat everyone. Net margins, FCF, all of this. This is what I look for. Fundamentals. Fundamentals. But most importantly, we're coming on now to what it's all about. Profitability of Nvidia has the highest score of any business in the world. 97% profitability score. And a balance sheet of 82. Now, a balance sheet on its own is no good. A lot of people buy a great balance sheet. Rubbish. If I give you $10 and you put $10 in the bank and you have no debt, no liabilities, no expenses, do you have a good balance sheet? Yep, 100. Because you can never go bankrupt. And I know because I went bankrupt once. Unlike Donald Trump's gone bankrupt 6 times, at least that I know of, I went bankrupt once. And you learn from it and you never do it again. You learn about the value of money. 82% solvency score is fantastic, but not on its own. It needs that. Profitability. In other words, we come right back to where we started. Efficiency. Nvidia is about efficiency. It's not about the latest gadgets, the latest tech, who's got the first computer, who's got the quantum computer. It's about efficiency and selling efficiency to your customers. What does Amazon want? What does Microsoft want? What does Apple want more than anything else? Efficiency. Why? Because efficiency gives them their edge and can crush the competition. In other words, margin, moat. When you talk about a moat, what is the moat of the company? What distance does it have between them and everybody else? Think of it like a castle. They have the moat. They can reduce prices. The competition has to reduce their prices and they go out of business. That's why you cannot replace Coca-Cola. You cannot replace J&J. You cannot replace the S&P. You cannot replace Nvidia. They have the margin. They have the efficiency. They have the uniqueness. And now, finally, on that number, did anybody guess the number I was looking at? I don't know if anybody did, to be honest. I'm giving so much information here. I've not had a chance to go down. The comments today. I normally do. This is the number. If Nvidia, if you're looking at it and thinking, bloody hell, it's had thousands of % of rise. If we look at Nvidia and we say to ourselves, the PE ratio, the price to earnings, if we look at it at 75 times earnings, bloody hell, I'm not buying that. That's expensive. 70 times the price you're paying to the earnings ratio. That's what that means. However, that is backward looking. That's as useless as chewing bubblegum trying to solve an algebra question. Useless. Who cares what it's worth today if it's growing exponentially? It's useless. Absolutely useless. Did you know the forward-going figure of the S&P is 28 times? In fact, 27. Nothing at all. So 75% is the backward-looking price to earnings ratio. What about the forward-looking, the PEG ratio, the forward-looking growth? That is where the value comes in. But they can't put that down here because that would be somehow misleading. That could be somehow manipulative. SEC regulations don't allow that. You have to show the price today, the earnings ratio. You can't sell a stock. You can't advertise it. You can't make it look sexy and good. Obviously, people on Robinhood wouldn't get that. They'd be going, well, this is good. I'm going to buy this. We need to be more transparent about things, right? So we just put the price it is today. I don't look at that. I do, but I don't care what that says. I care about the balance sheet and I care about this. You've waited long enough. The PEG forward ratio. The PEG ratio is the price earnings to growth ratio. Nvidia is a growth stock. It's the Betamax coming out and replace, and then it's the VHS recorder replacing the Betamax. It's the forward industry. It's where it's going. It's the efficiency. Betamax was the better video player, but the efficient one, the one we could produce cheaper, the one we could make more profit on, the one that everyone could buy was VHS. CD was great, but it was expensive when it first came out. Digital was the better option. It wasn't as good quality, but it was much more efficient. It was much more movable. It was transferable. It was, in every which way, a better way for the consumer. So, Nvidia is about efficiency. It's about providing businesses with a more efficient future, a more efficient way of doing business. So we look at the PEG ratio. It's a valuation metric for determining the relative trade-off between the price of a stock, the earnings generated per share, and the company's expected growth. But we know the growth because we've covered the earnings of the companies who are buying the products from this company. It's calculated by forward non-GAAP PE ratio divided by EPS long-term growth consensus, estimate 3 to 5 years. Now, what have I always said? I don't buy anything that I cannot own for 10 years. So, in summary, to wrap up this special, it's an Nvidia special, a crash special, a Jackson Hole special, recorded live with my biggest audience I've ever had recording a video. I've never had 186 people watch me live make a video. I've had more, but not making a full video like this. And this will be a 10,000 view video by the 28th of August. It's important, right? Nvidia is going to $200. The S&P is going to triple. I've come to these conclusions based on being in money and investment since I was 16 years of age. I've only been doing this for 3 years, this show, but I left home at 16. I had my own business. I went around the world. I started investing with Barclays Bank when I was 18. Spent several years doing that, never made any money. Because them days you had to pay to trade. I always made money, but I never got any profit. It was just covered the cost of doing it. But I've been following the stock market now for more 30 odd years. I'm 55 years of age now, so somewhere like that. And I've had a certain amount of experience. I went all the way in history, all the way in maths, and I went bankrupt once. I had my own limited company. One night in Vegas, we hired an orchestra. We went all around the world. So I've had some experience of making money. Making money is easy. Losing money is the hard part. Keeping your money, being efficient. And I recognize without any hesitation, and I put my money where my mouth is, because every single penny I have in the world is there. I have used margin to take me to 50% buffer zone. That is responsible. I could borrow more. I could borrow another 50 grand. I think more than that, actually. I don't want to because I only want to achieve $1 million. And 50% margin is the right thing to do. It's the balanced approach. As I earn more money, I can borrow more money, and I will. In fact, I won't need to now because I've got $1 million. Once I get to that $1 million, I'll reassess it, and then maybe I will then, just for the fun of it. But I'm all in, 100%. I'm now worth a grand total of 110,159. But if you look at my actual holdings, including margin and my Roth IRA, I'm about $200,000 now, coming up to $250,000. And remember, I've never shorted a stock. I've never done options. I just simply buy the S&P, invest what I earn. And remember, the first year and a half here, out of 3 years, I earned zero. And then for the next 6 months of the first year and a half, the second year and a half, I earned about $1 a day. So it's not all YouTube income. You all know this month I put $1,000. That's it. This month in my as my wages from YouTube into this. This has been done by buying macro dips and staying the course, never selling, just being an investor. So there's my very extended long video. It's a record for me. I've never had 200 people watch me make a video. I feel quite honored, actually. I want to thank the hundreds of people who have commented to my videos over the last week or so, saying, love your show, appreciate the honesty, the realism of it. And because of you, and I don't want you to do anything because of me, but because of you, I'm now just buying and holding the S&P. I think that's great. There's loads of channels that people will buy Binky Bonk and Bitcoin because of it, because they get hyped up in the excitement and the drama and the nonsense. But to have people become old and wise and go, I'm just going to buy the S&P, makes me very, very, very proud and very happy. And I feel that my life has some value. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That means so much. Hundreds of people have said, I've sold my Bitcoin. Some guy today said, I've sold my crypto and I've bought the S&P. I'm never going to sell it. I'm in a position to do that. And I thought, wow, That's brilliant, because a year, 2, 5, you're going to be up, and you can sleep at night, and you can provide for your family. That's wonderful. What a great thing that is. So anyway, there's my thoughts on Jackson Hole. There's my thoughts on the economy. There's my thoughts on Nvidia. I hope you'll all watch this video when it comes out. I've got also a special announcement to make as well, which I'll mention in a moment when I complete this video. So stick with me just a second. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description if you want Seeking Alpha or Alpha Spread, what I've been showing you today. As you see, I've earned nothing on it. I've earned nothing. You've all taken this free trial and I've earned zero. Doesn't matter. And I tell the truth, all right? It's not about how much money I can make. I'm not bothered. Here I'll put the Jackson Hole event for the morning. And here I will put the Nvidia earnings just down there. You can't afford to miss it. Stick with me for a couple of seconds more, and I'll give you another bit of information you cannot afford to miss. If you're watching me live right now, you just have to watch the end of my live stream to catch up what I just said. But I've got an announcement to make for all those that joined me live. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. That will go out as a video later on. I cannot believe 200 people watched me make a video. That is like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Right, I know some big YouTubers would laugh at that and they go, I have 1 million. But to me, it's a lot, right? Anyway, so let me see how many likes we've got. We've got 18 likes right now. Let me refresh it. We've got 65 likes. Could everyone tap the like button, see if we get 100? Because I want to do something great now. I've got 2 things I want to do. 2 things I want to do now for everybody that's watching me, all the Lucas aides. We want to do something great now. Right, so let's do this. Let's see if we can get 100 likes. You ready? Here we go. Okay. I will switch to members only in a minute so I can get all the members' comments. 175 watching. So we should be able to get 100 likes. You ready? We've got 65. Ready? Let's do it in 3 refreshes. 3, 2, 1. 65 has jumped to 75. That's 1. 2 more. Let's hit 100. I don't want to do a third one. I don't want to do a 4th one. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 78. Oh, bloody hell. That didn't move very much. That's a bit of a risk. I got one more go. 165 watching. Now, we have a lot of people in India, in Asia, that don't sign into Google. I don't know why that is, just the way it is. So maybe we've only got 80 people in the US and Europe that are signed in. I don't know. Just the way it is. Anyway, we'll refresh it. If we get there, we do. If we don't, we don't. YouTube will share it out if we get 100. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to be tight, isn't it? 85. We didn't quite make it. That's because we have a lot of international people today tuned in, and just sign into Google, guys. It's free. I mean, I don't know why anyone wouldn't do it. Anyway, so let's do this now. There's a couple of things I want to do. If you would bear with me a moment. Right. Let me go to members only because I want to be able to read all the members' comments. So let me just switch to members only. Here we go. Now, members, if you've asked me a question, if you've made a comment, something you want me to read out, I've missed it, please do make it again now. Because I want to read all my members' comments out. There's so many people, I missed it. So please repeat your comment. Now then, what I'm going to do now is I've just got to open a couple more windows because I closed everything down today. I think I may have found out what was causing my problems, which would be kind of cool if I have. Anyway, let's have a look. This is what I want to do. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Now, as you've As you may or may not know, I'm the world piano man voted by Elton John. I've toured over the world as a piano man, and I'm trying to raise millions of dollars for charity, millions of dollars, and I can do it. And I need your help to do it. I don't need you to do anything, buy anything, download anything, donate anything. I'll do all the work. I'll raise all the money. I don't need you to do anything. But if I get to 10,000 subscribers on my music channel, YouTube turn on, like they have on this channel, YouTube Giving. It's when I can link an event or a live stream or a video to a registered charity. It's done all through YouTube. There are no fees and no credit card fees. And what that video or that live stream earns, whether it's super chats, ad revenue, sponsorship, whatever, it all goes to your charity that you choose, not me. I don't get any money. I don't get anything from it other than the pleasure of doing it. And we're growing really quickly now. We've got like 6,500. We're nearly there, but we're not quite there. And last night, I recorded, I don't know if you know about this, but Billy Joel is now in the news because his Piano Man song, this one with this strange thumbnail he created 50 years ago, can you believe it? 50 years ago. Is there some hidden meaning here? So I recorded part 1 and part 2, The Secrets of Piano Man. I did my version of it unplugged and plugged. And, oh, hello, Cornish Mitchell.
Cornish Mitchell has become a member.
Wonderful. I'm from Cornwall. I wonder if you're Cornish. That's fantastic. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for becoming a member. Stand by and I'll give you all your benefits in a moment. But if you could, you don't have to watch my music. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But what I would like you to do, if you want to listen to this would be great, all right? But if you want to, what I want you to do is this. I'm going to bring it up now, and I'm going to see if it works. So, essentially, if you click on my... Just wait a second. Just wait 10 seconds. If you subscribe to my channel and I get to 10,000 subscribers, I can turn on YouTube Giving. You can then tell me, Martin, hey, I subscribe to your music channel. Would you now do me fundraisers for my favorite charity? That might be cancer research, help the aged, save the children. I don't mind. I don't care. And I'll do as many as you want. All right. So tell all your friends, get everyone to do it. And I'll do it for you for free. And it'll all go to the charity, right? 6,162. I'm going to give you the link right now. If you subscribe right now, it will roll round. You'll see that roll round. And if you are a public subscriber, it might even come up on the screen. Have we got a birthday today? Have we got a birthday? Please come back to me. I'll check in a second. There is the link. I've given it 3 times in the chat. Right? If you could click on that, I'll see it roll round. All you got to do is subscribe to me, and it will roll round, and the closer we get to 10,000, the better. And the moment we do, email me, message me, say, Martin, I got all my family, friends at work to do it for you. And I am, I'd love you to do a fundraiser for us. And I will do the concert for free. Everything that the video or the live stream earns will go directly to your charity. I don't see it, nothing to do with me. You'll see it on the bottom of the video. It will say, this show is supporting cancer research or whatever it might be. Right, so let's see. While we're waiting for that, let me read these comments. So someone unsubscribed. We always get one idiot every day. It's the way it works. Don't look back, look to the future. That's right. Very low peg. Indeed it is. Big institution trying to shake us out of the stocks, correct? Well, it's not really see, this is what people like Omar say, and there we go, there's one. People try to say, oh, people just trying to stuff it to the little man. There's no nastiness going on. They're driving the market down to buy it back for themselves. They're not sitting around plotting against poor people and little people and small people. They're not doing that. They're not trying to stuff everybody over. But of course, people like to sell that story, and we can fight back to the masses, or we can... It's a lot of rubbish. All right, it's not true. Okay, what's Nvidia competitors? They don't have any at the moment. So happy to be on your live shows. Always real and great info. Thank you, David GVN. How do you pronounce that? And the 20th in the 2000, the biggest company was only worth 600 billion USD or something, and people thought that would be the biggest and single company would be. Now people are just seeing a company being worth. Now people are just not seeing what a company being worth. Okay, over 3 trillion. That's right, and it could go to 7. What is the resistance levels of Nvidia? Resistance levels? There are no resistance levels at the moment. He'll give, hell, the government debt goes up 1 trillion every 100 days. What about the reset due to printing notes since COVID? Overpumped, overbought, well overdue correction. What do you mean? The markets have already had that. There's no overvalue. There's nothing like that. Oh, hello. Hang on. What's this? S&P 500 market cap of 47 trillion, where it stands. You say 3x from there. 3x by the end of the decade, correct. 90% of dollars printed have been in the last 2 years. Not true, mate. What's not true? Happy to stand corrected. The Fed... Oh, there we go. Danny's become a member. It's doing something called quantitative tightening, and the company is still doing well. Bell gone. Dylan Wilson. Ouch, that could be painful. Jackson Hole needs to be good for a bull tomorrow. I have been commenting a lot. I hope you read them. I'm reading them now. Crypto always shakes out this week before it explodes. Oh, nobody needs a platform. Has just become a member. Great show. Thank you very much indeed. We get the unedited version. That's right. Well, I don't really edit it. I just cut it and post it. I don't edit it at all. I will cut that bit out. I made a mistake today. Other than that, I don't do anything. No. Sorry, had the farrier here, so I'm late. But remember what today is? Stacey Bailey. Is it your birthday today? Liam Laffey, become a member. IC88. Why are you all dressed up? We've been talking about the red day when it's special. Why the day before your birthday? When I watch on my TV, I'm not signed in. Only when I watch on my phone. You can sign in on your TV. You can link your TV to your phone. Oh, Chris Schultz has become a member. Look at that. 10 away. Let's have a look. Almost David. Good evening, Stacey. I have been... Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it? I have been... Yeah, it's tomorrow. That's right. I remember now. But basically just remarks. Happy birthday, Stacey, for tomorrow. Not my... Oh, hello. Lean Jan Lernby Jan has become a member. AI has not taken effect yet. It's like the beginning of the internet in the 90s, correct? Stacey, what date is your birthday? Tomorrow. No, I have the day off Friday to celebrate my birthday. Celebrate, yes. But tomorrow it's... no, I have the day off Friday to celebrate my birthday. But tomorrow's not my birthday. So it's today. Your birthday is today. Right. Let's celebrate your birthday then. Oh, when is it this weekend? Anniversary. Yes, yes, yes. Tomorrow is today. Good memory, Dave. I didn't think anyone would remember. I want to say that I don't mind paying for ChatGPT as it benefits me with advance. Fair enough. I don't pay for it. I think it's a waste of time. But, you know, if it works for you, it works for you. I think that's it. What did we get? Did we get one more subscriber? Well, one more is one real person. Even though it's not a lot, it is one more person. I'll take it all day long. So thank you very much, everyone, that did that. I'll give you all your benefits in a minute. Thanks. So Stacey, we'll do your birthday in a second. Happy birthday to you. Yes, love you, Lucas AIDS. Thank you. Poor Scatho. Wonderful stuff. I'm from Truro. Lovely to have you here. My studio is in Dallas and in Texas and in the USA, obviously, and my home is in Cornwall. Lovely to have you here. Poor Scatho. How wonderful. I'm from Truro. Forever young. I'm going to be forever young. We'll do it tomorrow night in the show. Lucas AIDS, love you. Copy and paste. Yes, yes, yes. I just want to say the little fellas or a picture of Martyn with an afro. Me with an afro? I mean, how am I going to do that then? Do not have to sing. I promise it's okay. Yes, well, we will. We will do birthdays. You can't stop me. I know it isn't nasty people just saying that you should hold and do a little shopping yourselves. Stacey. Thank you, Stacey, for all the gifted members. Would everybody please thank Stacey? She's just given you with our hard-earned money memberships. Very, very important. Many of you, 5 of you, had memberships. Please do thank Stacey Bailey. Now you get all the benefits. You can see live streams that are members only, live chats. You can comment in members only videos. You just can't. You can get all the perks and benefits. You can get yourself a review now. You can get yourself an earnings now. You just don't get access to Discord until you renew it. Okay, that's how it works. You have to renew it to get into Discord. That works for you. Hi, all radiant smile. Happy birthday, Stacey. Right, I think we've got through all the comments. Okay, let me go back now to normal viewers. Let me do that now. Okay, here we go. Let me do this now. I've shut everything down today. That's why I've got to reload things up. That's why it's slowing me down a little bit. Okay. Let me go back to general public now. There we go. Okay, anyone can speak now. So what we're going to do... Oh, did we get 100 likes in the end? Everyone's telling me we did. Right, what we're going to do now is a happy birthday. Now, I'm really glad to do this because it's been ages since I did a birthday. And every morning it takes about 15 minutes to set up all the studio just in case. See the red light gone on? Just there, look. Off, on. Got a foot switch down here. Every morning I set this up just in case it's someone's birthday. So what we're going to do is this, Stacey Bailey. I want to blow up the chat. So what we're going to do now, one of our members, it's their birthday. Stacey Bailey, we're going to make you a video, Stacey. This is a video that you can keep forever. You can refresh the screen. You will see what's called clip. This is the clip button right here. You can save this. So it's basically this video, but you get your version of it. You can clip it like this. You can clip it. See that? Look, the scissors. Clip it. You can name it Stacey's birthday. You can put it on your social media. You can share it around, and it'll just go from where I start singing to the end. It's like a 2-minute clip. And if people carry on watching, they carry on watching. But essentially, it's your clip for you to own the video. All right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to do your birthday. So let's do it now. We're going to go over to this screen here. Bring in the birthdays. There you go. We're going to go over to here. Hey! Oh, it didn't read it out.
Stacey 21 today. Party face. Present. Party face.
There we go.
Birthday cake. Helicopter. Balloon. Heart. Get to the helicopter.
I'm glad we got to play that to get that to play out. So thank you very much indeed to you, James. So what I want everyone to do now, Stacey Bailey is one of our dear friends of the show. She's one of our members. She's one of our friends, the family. She sent me an amazing little placemat there. Look, Martin and Leah from her business, look. So she makes these. And I appreciate, I got something else today as well. Yesterday, I'll be wearing it tomorrow on the show. But what we're going to do now is go over to the back of the studio and do birthdays. So I want everyone now to copy and paste to Stacey Bailey. All right, happy birthday over and over again. All right? Okay. And if you want to join us tomorrow night, it's Friday, for the party, you can. And we'll do all of this, but a lot more. All right? So let's go over to the piano right now. Here come the smoke. Here we go. Okay, let's get in the hot seat. Right, everybody, are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, we're all ready. The house is ready to rock, and fantastic. Fantastic. So I want all of the chat, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, rolling through. If you are a member of our channel, you get this service as well. You can celebrate your birthday, and we can have some fun like this. Are you ready? Okay. I'm loving it. Let me go and refresh that screen. I don't like that. I don't like it. That's better. That's better. Isn't that better? That's definitely better. Okay, Stacey Bailey, don't forget to go under the screen, refresh this, and find the clip. Now, if you are watching, if you become a member, you can have this. You can gift this to a family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend. I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man, and you get your very own birthday video, which you can clip, save, keep it forever, and everyone can comment on it underneath and be part of it. So you get this to keep. Everyone who's a member, just for a couple of bucks a month, can have this. Are you ready? All right. Stacey Bailey, it's your birthday today from 64 countries around the world, 14 languages. All of the members of the family are here today to celebrate your birthday. This is absolutely fantastic. Everyone copy and paste. Make sure that you keep the video, share it for the rest of your life. Are you ready? It's birthday time. Let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, na 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 na, to you. Happy birthday, Stacey Bailey. Happy birthday to you, to me, to you, to me, to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Stacey Bailey. Happy birthday to you, to me, to you, to me, to you, to me. Oi! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Stacey Bailey. Happy birthday to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Yeah! All right. Happy birthday, Stacey. There's your video. Don't forget to clip it and keep it forever. It'll remain forever and ever and ever and ever, and you can share it around on your social media. Happy birthday from all the family, and thank you for everything that you do for me, for all of us here, and Leah. She thanks you as well for her placemat. Appreciate it so much indeed, and we do enjoy your company. Take care, and love to all your family. Stacey Bailey, there you go. There is your special video. Now, if you join us tomorrow night, let me give everyone, now you're all here and thinking, that's quite good, that. I want to see the whole thing. I'm going to give every single person now a special link to the event for tomorrow. And I want because we're going to end the show now, so you might as well. I want everyone to click on this and leave a comment, and I can see it, and I'm going to share it on the screen right now. So here we go. This is the live concert, which starts at 10 past 2 Central Time, which is half an hour ago from now, tomorrow night. 24 hours from now, half an hour ago. Here is the event, right? There's the event. Do it right now. There you go. I'll give it you 3 times. Click on that. Go on. Do it right now. Do it. And I will go and look for the comments. I will go and look for the comments right now. Let me go over there now and go to live chat. And all you got to do is just change top chat to live chat. Tap the like button. Mike's done it. Mike's done it.
Stacey Bailey donated $2 through a super chat.
James.
Thanks everyone. Wish you all the best. Smiling face with hearts. Smiling face with hearts. Smiling face with hearts.
I like it. Okay, we've now got 6 likes. Everyone tap the like button. We got Mike, James 007, Mick McGrath, David Ewan, Cornish Mitchell, James 007, Frederick. We've got Cornish Mitchell, Smoky Fats. Smoky Fats, this is the price party prediction show tomorrow night. Now tap the like button, everybody. Tap the like button. Let me refresh it. How many have we got? How many have we got? I'm looking on the screen. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. We've got 7 likes now. Let's see if we can get 50 likes on this event, the price, party, and prediction for tomorrow night. Before we've got 100 people watching. We could do it easily. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what. I'm going to come over this part of the studio, and let me show you. We might get it. Let's have a look. Change the lights around a minute. That one there, that one there. Okay, let me come back to here. Right, let me turn off the overlays. There we go. Right. Okay, let's put it on the screen. So I gave you this link. Let's go and have a look. Let's see if we can get... We've never had 50 likes on the music channel. We could do it right now. Have we ever had 50? I don't think we have we? So there's what you were watching. That's what you're watching right now. There's the link in the chat I just gave you. Click on the link. Price, party, and prediction. Ooh, 16. There's all the comments. You can change it, look, to live chat. Right? Come on. You can do it. Let's get 50 likes. We've never had 50 likes. You can ring the bell. You can click wait in if you want. In fact, I don't think you can click wait in. You just are. 16 likes. Let's get 50. We've never had it. If we ever get to 100, YouTube are going to share my music out, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best night ever. Be like, I'll be falling off my chair drunk, right? 16 likes. Go on, we can definitely do better than this. Go on. Let me come back to here. Look, there's 99 of you in the main show. Just click that link there to the music channel right now. See it in the chat. Click on it, and it will bring you to there. And leave a comment if you want. Look, 16. 007 Explore TV. Hello, how you doing? Let me click on it. Come on. I don't know why we're stuck at 16. I so want this to do well. Oh well. It's still good though, right? 16 is still really good considering that it's not until tomorrow night. But I don't get it because there's 100 people. Look, 86. Oh, it's coming down now. People are either giving up, going, sod this, I'm going home, can't be bothered, or they're coming in. 16, go on. One last look. 18. There you go. That's the most we've ever had before a show starts. That's great. I love it. I love it. Thank you ever so much. Chris Schultz. There you go, buddy. Chris has done it. Explore TV. James 007. There you go. Stacey Bailey. That's tomorrow night. That's the closing bell show tomorrow night. There's Tom Lee earlier. I was looking at that earlier. Is that on CNBC? Oh, no, Cloud. Yeah, there you go. 18. Do you get any more? Let's wrap up the show anyway. 22! That's a record. That's by far a record. 22 already for tomorrow night. Big boy trucking. I'm loving it. Right, that's it from me. Let me get out of here now then. I've got to finish the show. Thanks ever so much for being here. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? That was a bit of fun. So I should have sold all today. No, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have sold a damn thing. I haven't sold a damn thing, have I? What's that doing over there? There we go. Right. Here comes the market back up again after all this craziness. What's my portfolio? 110, back at 100, 111. We got to 112. Come on, peeps, do it. 22. That's brilliant. 23. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, 23 people on my music show. Mike was there when there was just me and Mike, one person. Is Mike in the chat? Yeah, he is. Mike, do you remember when it was just me, you, and Bill? And that was during the live show. Now we got 23, 22 hours before the show. Hey! That's brilliant. That's amazing. Right, let me wrap up the show. I think we're done. Yeah, we'll call that a day. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. That is bloody brilliant. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to end the show. 101 likes tonight. That's awesome. I love it. Okay. Let me wrap up the show. And what I'm going to do is customization, and I'll send you to the extra channel where we're going to be or Jackson Hole. I'm going to send you to Jackson Hole for the morning. I'm going to be nice. I was nearly going to send you to the music show, but I thought, no, if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to send you. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to send you to Jackson Hole in the morning. Here's the morning show, right? Jackson Hole. All right, we'll end the show now. I could send you to extra channel. I could, but I'm not. I'm going to send you here. So this is main event. Main event. You cannot afford to miss it. There it is, main event early in the morning. So we're going to go here right now. I was going to send you to the extra channel, but I thought, no, I will resist, even though I want to. I could get money. I could earn like 1 cent per person. It adds up. It adds up. I'm going to send you to Fed Jackson Hole, right? First thing in the morning. So that's it from me. There's 23 likes in the end. We did very well. That's really great. Appreciate that so much. All right. So there you go. Thank you ever so much. I'll send you all over here now. I've given you the link. That's it for me. Thank you ever so much. Look out for that mega video I'm going to put out earlier. I recorded earlier. Hopefully, it'll be my biggest ever all-time video. Could be. You never know. That's it from me. Let me clear the screens. Let me come back over here. End to here. That's it. Thanks a lot. Charlotte May weddings. What happened today? Does anyone know any idea what caused all this red? Yes, ASD, FDS, you missed it. I covered it. I did a 40-minute video explaining in great detail all of the pros and the cons, the ups, the downs, the ins and the out. And I'm going to have a video come out for it in the next hour or so. So look out for that. That's it from me. Now it's time to zip you all by magic into the Fed Jackson Hole event in the morning. And until then, as always, have a wonderful evening. Tomorrow is going to be extremely exciting. It is if you're an investor. It's going to be terrifying if you are a trader. I'll see you in the morning. Have a wonderful evening. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.